Hello, it's Turkey Day +1. We're in the Casual Chef kitchen. I have been doing a lot of prep, or some prep, for the turkey stock. And in front of you, in front of the camera, you see a sachet, or the French term, I'm going to butcher this, but bouquet garni. In that sachet is dried rosemary, dried Mexican sweet basil, dried Mexican oregano, and whole peppercorns. Also on the cutting board is kosher salt, which will go in the water, and dried bay leaves. I do 3 to 4 depending on how much stock I'm going to make. This is the stock pot I'm going to be using. It's about a 10 to 11 quart. And the other part of my prep, which you see in photos, is the mirepoix, French word for trilogy. The French mirepoix is onions, carrots, and celery. As you can see, here's the onion, here's the celery, and there's the carrots. Typical French mirepoix is a 2 to 1 to 1, 2 to 1 to 1 ratio. So 2 onions to 1 carrot. Yeah, I think you understand ratios, I hope. So back to the sachet. This sachet is put together with cheesecloth. You can get it in any grocery store, supermarket, blah, blah, blah. Tied with butcher string. It's tied with a double butcher knot. So there's a single butcher knot, then another butcher knot to keep it all together. This you will just drop right in the water. So when you do your straining and your fine straining, you just be able to pull this out. Some cooks and chefs like to leave a longer string to attach it to the handle. That's good for other stocks and soups. But because we're going to be doing straining when this is done simmering, I'm not going to add the extra string. So this is my basic prep. The only thing that is missing, that is not currently on the counter or on the cutting board on my prep table, is the turkey carcass, which you saw if you look into the Casual Chef corner or the Casual Chef page, you will see the carcass from last night. Okay, as you can see, the stock pot is on the stove. We're going to bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to take it down to a low simmer. Now, several books, recipes, blah, 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 will say, 4 to 6 hours. I usually simmer my stock, my beef, turkey, and chicken stocks 12 to 16 hours to get a real rich stock. So once this comes to a boil, I'll take it down to a simmer, and it's a waiting game. As you can see, we have a rolling boil. So what I'm going to do now is reach down and bring this big old pot down to a real slow simmer. Trying to keep my camera lens out of the steam. Adjust this. I personally prefer gas stoves over electric. I've never worked with induction or those glass tops. Gas is more controllable, especially when you get into kitchen level stoves, and most of your residential stove tops, range tops, or a single ring burner, where you get into Wolf ranges and some of the other high level residential stoves, you get into dual ring. And commercial ranges are definitely different. I'm still trying to adjust this. Sometimes it's easier just to go back up to the heat. As you can see, it's starting to boil again. By the way, the kitchen smells and the house smells phenomenal. Alright, I'm going to leave it right there for now, and I'll check on it in the next hour or so. Check the simmer. But that's it for several hours. We'll see you later. Have a great afternoon. As my last video segment, we have the stock at a simmer. And the next step we're going to do after many hours, like I said, this is my personal and professional preference. Next part is basically straining, and then we do a fine strain. So basically, the hardware that's going to be required is another stock pot, because this will reduce down. So basically, I have a stock pot that's just a little bit smaller than this one, which the first straining I will do, we'll use a colander, and then we'll get rid of all the real big stuff, the veggies, the bones, and whatnot, and the sachet. So all that will get tossed, and then to get the smaller particulates out, we will use the same strainer, but we will line it with cheesecloth. And I usually do about a double layer of cheesecloth. Again, cheesecloth you can get at any grocery store or supermarket. And usually I have help with this. Robin probably will be helping me with this. I'm not sure if we'll actually video it, but definitely we'll get some pictures. But that's the second part of the turkey stock. So I will see you in several hours, and have a great afternoon. Bye.